I like this because you are so obsessed with your work. You inspire me. I don't inspire you. You inspire me. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel today. I have Keelan Davis with me, and I am interviewing Keelan because he is my newest success student from Amazon FBA Winners course. Keelan's story is it's actually really different than everyone else that I have came across during this Amazon FBA journey. That's why I'm bringing on Keelan today to share with you his experience and where he is at with his business. And Keelan does Amazon FBA full time now. So let's hear a little bit about yourself, Keelan. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Well, I'm good, but I feel bad that I woken you up so early. I know you work a lot.
Yeah. So my name is Keelan Davis. I'm 30 years old. I have my own company selling IT services, and I opened my company, started about a year ago, a little over a year ago.
Now, I know Keelan sells electronic products because he's based out of working with IT services. Now, before you guys make assumptions, do not sell electronics if this is your first product. Never sell electronics if this is your first product. Keelan's a little different, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. Why did you choose to sell IT type of products anyway?
It was an idea me and my husband that came up with. We decided that that's what we wanted to do. We were always pretty tech savvy, and that's what brought us together. He recently passed away a couple of years ago, so I decided to go into it because it was something I was really passionate about, and it feels like it's something, it keeps me connected.
I know about your loss, and I'm sorry about that. And that's what really inspired me, actually, because you are actually selling products that you're so passionate about. And usually with new sellers, I always tell them, don't follow your passion. You have to follow where the number is. If there's money to be made within a product, then you should source that product, but don't follow your passion for a product. So this is exactly why I wanted to bring you onto my channel, because you are so passionate about your products. And I really love the story that you told me about you and your husband, and just how much work he put into this before he passed. So I'm sorry for that, but I really am happy about where you are right now.
Me too. Currently, right now, I am doing really well. I bring in, my gross is about $85,000 per month. And then after adjustments with PPC, pay-per-clicks, I'm bringing home, my net is $35,000 per month.
That's very impressive. And I already knew how much money you were making, but I'm sure everybody, every time there are sellers making money on Amazon FBA, everybody wonders, okay, how much money are you actually bringing home? Because obviously gross money doesn't mean anything, right? You can be making $500,000 a month, but if your profit is really low, that's no good either. Now, with the PPC and everything, how has it been? Because you just launched your third product, and that's been a huge success.
Mm-hmm. So it's been struggling. You have to be patient with it and really get the information down. But once you're patient and you really stick with it and invest some time into actually learning, it's one of the best assets that I have.
I agree, because you were struggling with PPC quite a bit in the beginning. And I think that is one of the biggest struggles with most sellers, right? A lot of people come to me and they say, Tamara, I just don't know how to do my PPC. And I know for you got my PPC course right after you got my main course. And I was like, who is this guy? He's just so on the ball with learning things. How is my courses, by the way?
So your courses are great. They're great. You're extremely knowledgeable and you're amazing. And what's interesting and what's impressive to me is how much you know the information and able to break it down to a point where I can understand. Because I'm sort of unique in the way I learn. I don't learn like everyone else, but you were actually able to relay it to me. And when I first saw it, I was kind of nervous. Like, what is this? It looked really high level and involved. However, after our just interactions for a little bit, after a while I had the foundation down. And it was like, wow.
Yeah, I know. You were, you're not the easiest person to work with.
No, I know.
So you guys, me and Keelan, we worked together very closely the last few months to really get his third product up and running, because his third product meant so much to him. You know, going back to what he built with his husband and everything, I just thought, you know, I really have to help this guy make it work. There was absolutely no excuse. And Keelan, like, how many hours do you work a day? I know even with you and I, it's been a long journey.
I know. So every day I'm working about 12 to 14 hours per day.
Dude, you work more than me.
But, you know, for me, it's, as long as I'm passionate about it, I'm excited about what I do, it doesn't even seem like the time just goes by. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I should stop.
Yeah. And you're always online. And I also want to thank you for helping other students within my private coaching group, answering their questions. You've been absolutely amazing. You are my right hand, you know, like I need help most of the time. So I really thank you for that. Your answers have always been very on spot as well, because you know your stuff, and obviously you're making, you know, a lot more money than a lot of new sellers. So I really am happy for you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. And just so you guys know, this is Keelan's first time on camera. He's actually never been on camera. So thank you for taking the time out today to do this interview as well. Now, another question I had was, so where is this all going? Like, what are your goals for the future with Amazon? I know we talked a little bit about expanding. So why don't we tell the audience a bit about this?
Okay, so eventually, you know, I want to grow to a point where I eventually can come off Amazon and, you know, maybe start my own enterprise, and then I can expand the services. And, you know, who knows where to go from there? Maybe to be a partnership. But, you know, that's pretty far into the future. Right now, it's, you know, I'm kind of a one-man show, so.
How is it being a one-man show? Because I was mostly a one-woman show, and that's probably why you work so many hours, right? Like, yeah. Are you like working on new websites? Are you looking into getting into Target? Like, or, you know, you don't have to speak too much about it publicly if you don't want to.
I'm looking to get into a couple of new ventures. I'm sort of testing, you know, I test the waters first, learn as much as I can for it, and see like, I don't think I can use this. Then I'll find something, and you know, when you just get that spark, you just get that spark.
Yeah, I mean, what is the hardest thing about this entire journey? Because making $30,000, over $30,000 a month in profit is, you know, that's a lot of money to a lot of us. Like, what was the hardest part about making that happen?
Pretty much the process itself. It's, you know, as you say, I don't learn the easiest. So I went into it with almost no information. So the hardest part is trying to take the information or knowledge or creative idea in your head and, you know, sort of spin it around to make it into a viable, sellable product.
Like bring it to life.
Bring it to life. Because, you know, as long as it's in your head, if you can't even describe it to someone, you know, it's just an idea.
Yeah.
So that has been the hardest part. The hardest part was pretty much getting enough information to be able to spin the information around to create a product and then bring the product to life. Yeah,
and I know how much work you put into this, because your products are very unique and they are electronics. They're a little fragile, and, you know, I don't want to give your product away, but you've just spent so much time and energy on this. I can't believe how fast you've grown. Like, it's been a little over a year, and it was just like, I'm glad we met each other though. You found me on YouTube and everything.
One moment. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine.
Always busy.
Yeah, I'm a little off topic of what we were talking about. I know you stay up so late to talk to your suppliers as well. Like, you're just like, what time do you even wake up?
I am up probably around 6:30 every morning.
That's early.
Yeah. 6:30. But on this side of the country, the sun rises pretty early, so I'm up with the sun. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that is great. I always had problem waking up early in the morning. So
it takes a while to get used to. It's not easy.
Yeah, of course. Now I know what are the plans for Christmas? I know we talked a little bit about that. I wanted to talk a little bit a little bit about Christmas right now because it's coming. I know it's summertime, but you guys, it's time for Q4. Have you been prepping for it? How's that been?
Yeah, I'm already preparing for Christmas because, you know, Christmas is always a crazy time of year. I'm surprised we don't already have Christmas decorations up already. However, I'm already preparing for it because I know it's going to be a very busy season. In fact, that's why I'm looking to expand before, you know, it gets too crazy.
Yeah.
Because once it starts, it doesn't stop until months after Christmas.
Yeah, I know. And how much money are you hoping to make during Christmas? Double your income, triple.
I'm hoping to, of course, I'm always hoping to have that one breakthrough where where I can make that expansion. But I am hoping to be around 120K as far as my net profit.
You know what? We're going to make that happen. I'm going to help you make that happen. Do not worry. Guys, Q4 is absolutely the most wonderful time of the year. Your profits will quadruple. I know for me last year, literally, I ran out of stock in the middle of December. And if I haven't gone out of stock, I would have made so much more money. And
oh no,
I know. And that's why you were talking about Christmas in like April. I was like, what are you doing? It's so early, but I know you're always organized and prepared. So that's really cool.
Yes, and I always watch them like, okay, well, that happened to that person, that happened to that person. I don't want that to happen to me. So.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm always telling people, you guys, please do your research. Please follow something, get some training, get some knowledge before you sell on Amazon. This is a very serious business. And if anything were to go wrong, myself and Keelan have seen it, you can end up losing a lot of money, which brings me to my last thing that I want to talk about with you. Now, I know you got suspended one time with Amazon. How did you resolve that?
Okay, so what I did was, you would bring that up. I had to get a lawyer and pretty much just be patient and wait for Amazon to respond. It was a real quick process. I was always upfront. You know, I was open to learning, and the whole process took less than a month.
Yeah, sounds about right. About right, because usually, and people freak out about this. By the way, I know you didn't freak out. You're just you're always confident and always working on something new. But a lot of people freak out after they get suspended because you could have gone suspended for something really serious and Amazon could ban you completely. But with Keelan, he got suspended because of one little keyword in his product listing. Like, can you believe it? How much did you pay your lawyer?
So my lawyer, I paid about $1,000.
Okay.
That was just for the lawyer.
Yeah.
However, when you take everything as far as time off, website, and all the profits that I could potentially lost, it was a very pricey mistake.
Oh yeah, I can imagine, because if you're making $30,000 a month and then Amazon closes your listing, you're no longer able to sell, like, bye-bye profits, right?
But it was definitely a learning process. I'm definitely smarter because of it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you got through that. I know that was a while ago, but I did want to just make people aware that whatever you choose to sell on Amazon, do your product research. And guys, it's so important. Please do your research or you can end up losing a lot of money.
Yes, that's bad.
All right, Keelan, I won't take up much of your time anymore. I know you have people messaging you in the background there, but thank you so much for your time. And I am so happy about everything that has turned out for you. I know you've gone through a really rough patch in your life and everything else. So just really happy for your success.
Thank you. You've been great too.
Thanks. Okay, guys, if you have any questions for Keelan, he is in all of my Facebook groups. Please leave us a comment below. We will respond to you, and subscribe to my channel. Give this video a big thumbs up. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.